Okay, I believe we are. I think we're live. I think we're live. Are we live?
Are we live?
I think so.
Should be.
We should
Yes,
be.
we
Oh
are.
my god,
Yes, we are.
I'm going to transition from that picture quickly because that's my most
Very, very quickly.
boomerish
That's
of boomer images ever to boom the
what is
internet.
that?
What? Hey, I
What
believe
is that?
we are.
That's
I think we're
so
live.
it's an image
I think
of
we're
you
live.
with
Are we live?
flames in the background.
I think so.
Should be.
Maybe.
At least it's animated. You know, there's some clear hard work going into
Some
this.
quality. Yeah, absolutely. I've spent a whole minute or two on that. Actually, it took me hours. Don't at me.
That's depressing. But at
Okay.
the same time, higher quality than we've ever had before on this channel.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what are we talking about today?
I don't know. You asked me to do this. We're doing this because our old friend was.
I was gonna.
Has,
It was supposed to be a leading question.
go on
It
then.
was
Go lead
this
by all
one.
means. This is all on you, mate.
A certain Mr. Wozlee has uploaded a video talking about why he has left and why he's changed, why he deleted some of his videos, why his politics are a bit more left wing nowadays.
Did he
And I
discuss why
thought,
he had deleted his videos and that sort of stuff? I thought it was just I
no,
tried
he just fucking did it.
I was gonna say
That's why he's released a video recently.
I tried to watch his video, and it was, to be honest, I haven't been sleeping very well for the last couple of days. Best night's sleep I've had in a while. I only got halfway through it.
Well, he has indeed decided to finally upload a video. It has been well over a year he uploaded a video. Nearly a year since he deleted videos. Just left up more left-leaning videos. You know, the one where he says Lauren Southern's a bit of a bitch, and
He,
just
he,
all that
I did
shit.
notice he had addressed the people had been going, "Holy shit, was are you getting blown by a leftist feminist or something? Because what's happened to you, man?" And he addressed that and sort of
Yes.
went, "That says more about you than anything else." And well, whatever. It was talk about joke. No, didn't get it. Fine, whatever. Uh, he did
Well,
seem to take a quick sharp turn to the left about a year ago, didn't he?
it was about a year ago because
Yeah.
we were still talking. Now,
Yeah, he was in
for
my
people
server.
who
we
don't know,
we were
we
playing
would
PUBG and shit, and then
we would
boom.
talk to Wozlee in personal, you know, private. We would play games with this dude. We weren't necessarily friends, but we were friendly acquaintances. We talked to each other. He would tell us his political beliefs in private. It's not as if he would then go on to create a public about it.
Well,
Would
well,
he?
would he? I don't. Well,
One moment.
did he? I'm making coffee, so by all means keep on talking. I'm not near my screen at the present moment. I realise
Well,
that I'm going to need cigarettes and coffee for this one.
probably.
Because
Most
I
likely.
tried, like I said, I tried to watch that video like yesterday, and it was. It, I mean, Gamergate was difficult enough to deal with the first time round, without a
Mm.
drunken, rambling version. Was he drunk last night? I think he needs to start drinking again. You know, he was funnier when he was drunk.
Was he?
Well, no, was always pissed. Or at least that's the way he came across quite a lot of the time. Maybe that's just me. You okay? You there? You're crackling a bit, dude. Have we lost you? Am I here all by myself now talking? Maybe. I hope not.
I hope not as well.
Good. Good it's not. Okay.
Sorry,
Phew.
my mic was going all over the place.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I didn't touch it. Anyway, point of the matter is, yes, he was a bit tipsy.
Occasionally. But that's okay. I'm not going to judge anyone for enjoying the occasional tipple. I have been known to imbibe the odd bottle of whiskey here and there. Although not today, because I don't think my stomach can handle it after the other night. Jesus. Whew. Anyway. Enough about that. That was yes. So anyway, I'm back. I'm here, and
Apologies again.
there we go.
Apparently, I was being a tad too loud.
Oh,
So, where were we?
I don't
Right,
know.
should we just start the video?
Okay.
We've talked a bit about how we know it was.
Yes.
I feel like there's enough context there to fully. Let's go.
Yes. Sure. Okay. Oops. That's yeah. Here we go. We have the video up on the shared screeny thing here.
Yep. You want me to click play, or are you gonna click play?
You click play by all means, sir. By all means. I'm going to
Very well.
fuck around with OBS and see if I can't get this thing to.
Work.
Shh.
What happened to me? I hear that shit all the time lately, and it always confuses me. Because it's easy for me to forget that this will be my first video that I've uploaded to my channel in about a year.
Right. What has happened to Watts confuses him. The question itself confuses.
He deleted all his videos, disconnected from all the servers he was in, and then just vanished.
Yes, never. Like he says in over a year.
Yeah.
I surely that is in and of itself an explanation for why the question even needs to be raised at all. It shouldn't be confusing.
Yeah, a little, a bit, sort of. Mm.
You've taken actions that people find questionable. And you're just like, I just usually do this. I just usually delete most of my channel. Right.
I mean, I didn't upload anything in 2018. I uploaded, I think, 9 videos in 2017. So people have had 9 videos in 2 years, which isn't a great deal. And there's always a weird dissonance on YouTube between content creators and the audience in that my life doesn't stop outside of YouTube. Shit is constantly happening.
Yeah, mover and shaker.
No shit. No shit, stuff happens. But you're acting as if, in that case, I assume that, oh no, this kind of transition, couple of years.
Wait, was it transitioning?
May as well have.
Okay. I don't think that's fair. I know we know people that are transitioning, and they're far more sane than this.
Yes, indeed. Point being, he's acting as though his life has sort of changed. It's constantly changing over the past 2 years. But I'm almost certain when we were still talking to him, he just sort of switched offline one day.
Yeah.
He unfriended us on Discord all on the same day. He
Mhm.
unfriended us all on Steam all on the same day.
Yep.
It was very much instantaneous.
Gone. Up in smoke.
It was kind of straight up after that. You started railing the quote-unquote skeptics on Twitter. It's when you start talking to Sharat again. Weird that. Oh, but
Imagine talking to Sharat.
It was one of the tweets I was trying to find.
To be fair, he is a very beautiful woman. Davina is you know
a very luxurious woman. Not very buxom, but you can't have it all.
His mum is fucking savage, is all I'm saying. Anyway,
he should pull a Peterson. Maybe clean his room. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, that's not the point.
There's a point. Okay.
It certainly was a almost overnight occurrence where you just slipped, and it's gone completely unexplained for about a year.
So he's made this video to explain it.
Indeed. Does he explain it?
I don't know.
Find
As I said,
out.
I got halfway through. So, oh god. Okay,
The ending might clear things up a little bit. I
cool.
don't remember.
Let's push on, shall we?
Yep.
So when somebody sees me arguing with somebody or taking a stance on an issue that they didn't think I would have because of assumptions that they've made or the perceptions that they have of who I am.
We talked to you, Woz, and we know you held certain positions that you walked back publicly.
Mm.
This is an outright lie, as far as I'm.
Well,
You're
he was certainly misleading people at some level, whether it was to our faces and stuff like that, or whether, like I said,
That's a good question. Was he misleading us then, when he was talking to us in private about people like No Bullshit, about people like Kraut, about people like Sargon? Or is he bullshitting us now?
This is it. I'm actually beginning. I think it was previous. I think he's more like, because this is what Sharat did. Yeah, Sharat was just like, aha, surprise! I'm actually a leftist, and so on, and pulled the whole fucking, what's his name these days? Discord spies. Discord fucking spies is Sharat's name. So
Yeah.
Either way, some point along the lines, there's been some deception and
I think it was the other way around, because Woz wasn't scared to share his opinions. He made the same sort of jokes we did. You know,
yes,
he talked to fucking Korak and liked Korak.
which is an achievement most people have difficulty.
One hell of a statement in and of itself. So when he now says
Mhm.
this, it's clear at the very least he is lying. That even if he's actually done it the other way around, he is currently lying as far as I'm aware. As far as my understanding of his beliefs from his own mouth. Anyway, let's continue on.
It's natural for them to ask, "Oh, dude, what happened to you? This isn't what you're meant to be arguing. This isn't what you're meant to say. You're meant to say what I think you're meant to say." So I get it.
You meant to say what you've already said.
You meant to say whatever he feels, but when there is a significant incongruity between what he said one time and then when he said something else later, and it's like, hold on a second, you seem to have totally fucking flipped your position there. I think it's fair for people to ask. But
Trig, down is down, right? But actually, down is up.
well, it
And
depends.
not
I
only
mean,
is
are you in
down is up-
Australia? I mean, are we on flat Earth territory here?
That's not the point I was going with. God damn it, Trig, let me finish.
Sorry.
We all agree down is down, unless you're in Australia, right?
Yeah, sort of.
But actually, down is up. And down is no longer down. Why? What made me change my position in like 2 seconds? You tell me? Just what an absolute fucking farce. This is why I finished the entire video, even though I didn't give a shit about the stuff that's about to come.
I was going to say, can we
lies.
do we have to go through the full recap of
No,
Gamergate?
we don't. We will skip most of that.
Because I don't know if I can take it a second time.
I've only got one timestamp, and then I've got another timestamp for when the video kind of starts to finish, and
Okay.
he makes a few statements there as well.
Cool.
Right.
It's natural. That question of what happened to you. I get that. I do get that. I don't get people starting a fucking poll and hypothesizing about how I must have like a feminist girlfriend or something.
It was just too funny.
It
Damn it if the guy
was.
can't take a joke.
Like, I think people are allowed to hypothesize why you've kind of turned lefty, especially when you yourself wouldn't explain it. And lefty girlfriend is just a fucking meme.
Yeah.
Like, I'm almost certain there's very few people that actually believe you got a lefty girlfriend and decided, fuck it, I want that pussy. I'm gonna turn lefty online. Very few. There's a possibility, though, and that's what gets people intrigued when you yourself are completely silent on the map.
as I've said, Davina is a very, very beautiful woman.
It's Davina all along.
Yeah.
Was I can't blame you, man. I can't blame you for that one. If it was Davina, maybe you can hook me up.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, that's kind of weird. Also, kind of sad. And the amount of people who seem to be one hand job away from completely changing their worldview on everything is just... just yikes. Big fucking yikes. Like, you don't think that you talking about how people changing their minds on something means that they must be getting laid is kind of exposing...
Dude, I know people who would suck a dick to have their own dick sucked. There are some people who are massive fucking cucks.
Massive fucking fags by the sounds of it.
Yeah. No, you don't... It's... Genuinely, some people are such fucking incels.
Well,
And we don't know what you look like, so you could be a massive fucking incel for all we know.
mhm.
That's why the prediction was kind of thrown out there.
Yeah, there are
Like-
some. Yeah.
There are some people like that.
Yeah,
And I mean, Friended was right. Sex can be used as a form of blackmail, I guess. That's kind of the... But you'd have to be massively cucked. Massively... So...
Look,
so
I'm
far
not. I mean, I
off.
went along with the joke because it was a good, funny meme. I'm not saying I don't think he's actually quite that big a Kirk. I guess.
No, but I know there are people that,
Yes.
that would.
Yes.
And we don't know what was is like. Mind you, you're right. I don't think it was what was happening. What was it?
It just seemed to be really funny at the time, so it was worth a giggle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good old Davina.
yourself just a tad.
That boy.
I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. Just it does not the best of looks. That's not even getting into how dogmatic you have to be to think that somebody reassessing their actions and place online couldn't have come from simply looking around them and feeling like they're stuck in a Bernard Buffett.
I don't know what that painting means or what this metaphor means, but
It's
very few people are.
it's fucking ugly art, is what it is.
The thing is, the way Woz describes it is that he's completely. It's not self-awareness that he had. It was like external awareness. He looked at other people and how they act around him, which is an odd way of improving.
So,
I feel
yeah.
like-
So he was saying he suddenly found himself in this group of people that were acting a certain way, and he was like, "Oh no, I'm not like these people. I better
Yeah.
totally change the way I've been behaving because."
Yeah, it's less about him being an individual person who's good and looking at the people he hangs around with and saying they're bad. He went with a good group of people.
No. Yeah. Yeah, he
Like
started hanging
Davina.
out with Kraut and
And Kraut
Shrek.
and Sandre
Oh.
and all those other fucking Kraut cuck.
Yeah.
All the other people in Kraut server. Yeah, real nice was. You're getting in with the ethics, boys.
Yeah. Big brain move there.
Very big brain. Goddamn.
Painting? I mean, I don't get these people, man. I really don't. Like getting laid on a semi-regular basis whilst getting dragged around to like fucking picnics and arts festivals and all this other pointless, stupid crap that you didn't want to do and would have never done had you not been dragged along to it. Like, why that would change my mind on these communities more than the stuff that's happening inside the communities. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's just,
Yeah, you're not that big a cuck, I guess. Your politics, though, pretty bad.
maybe it's me. I mean, I just don't think it's that deep. But as I was saying, to everyone else, it's natural to ask, what happened to you? Because as limited as your scope of who I am and what I think is, it's not only limited by the amount of content that I'm willing to put out, it's also limited by the amount of content that you are willing to watch. I mean, you could go to pretty much any YouTuber's channel and you'll see that the first videos they uploaded will typically
yeah, I mean, yes, if
Oh.
someone doesn't watch all your content, then they won't have a full scope about what you do. It's even harder to watch a person's full content when they mass delete their videos.
Yes. The other thing is people, YouTubers, a lot of YouTubers, they grow and develop and change in their styles and so on. And sometimes they go on massive fucking hiatuses and don't upload anything for 2 months, which we really have to rectify that. But anyway, that's yeah.
Yep.
People change. People are allowed to change. There's nothing wrong with people going, you know what? I'm gonna rethink how I stood on a particular thing because more information has come to light and I wasn't aware of things. But at that time, that's fair. Not gonna judge him too harshly on growing as a person. But yeah. Anyway, let's carry on because
Well,
this video of his goes. I was watching it at 1.5 speed last night. It's a fucking killer.
right.
A fucking
Yeah,
ordeal of a
but there's
video.
a lot to discuss. There's
No,
like,
there wasn't.
I think you missed the point here. He's not. Ah,
It was,
let me I don't want to replay it because that'll make this video fucking twice as long.
go on.
But
Do what you have
I
to do,
think you
man.
missed the point of what he says there.
Bernard Buffett
Oh,
painting?
was that too
I mean,
far
I
back?
don't get these people, man. I really don't. Like getting laid on a semi-regular basis whilst getting dragged around to like fucking picnics and arts festivals and all this other pointless, stupid crap that you didn't want to do and would have never done had you not been dragged along to it. Like, why that would change my mind on these communities more than the stuff that's happening inside the communities? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's just, maybe it's me. I mean, I just don't think it's that deep. But as I was saying, to
Yeah, I did do it a
everyone
bit
else,
too far back. My bad.
it's natural
Oh, well.
to ask, what happened to you? Because as limited as your scope of who I am and what I think is, it's not only limited by the amount of content that I'm willing to put out, it's also limited by the amount of content that you...
Right, so the point here is, if someone is unwilling to watch certain bits of content, they won't have a full scope of what is, and what he does. And my argument there was, obviously, if you delete your videos, it's going to make it difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And that was kind of it.
Okay.
There's a lot more to talk about at the end.
are willing to watch. I mean, you can go to pretty much any YouTuber's channel and you'll see that the first videos they uploaded will typically be the least watched. So not only are people missing out on why they started making videos and the circumstances which surrounded them making those videos, but they're also missing out on all the shit that happens when they're not making videos. So, over time, that becomes a pretty...
I mean, yeah, that's fine. It's fine for people to change, as Triggers said. It's fine even that their content changes, their style changes, their circumstances change, their politics change. Everything about it can change. It takes time.
Mhm.
Those people did continue to upload. Those people probably have uploaded their entire YouTube career and just didn't stop.
Just left it
So,
there.
yeah. So when people change in their content during their upload cycle, during their YouTube career, I guess you would call it that, you'll notice the change, all the changes around that person, that personality. Like if you watch PewDiePie's earliest videos,
Oh, I
he
hated
was
PewDiePie's early videos.
yes,
He was
I
so
think
annoying.
most people did,
He was the most annoying.
except children,
dick. Yeah.
and I was a child at the time, so I got away with being subscribed to him.
We're not going to go into how old I was when PewDiePie started.
Anyway, I can tell you how old I was.
Don't.
I don't.
Don't you fuck.
For your own for your own discretion. No worries. But point is, when you look at his old work, and it was just, well, it wasn't even work. It was just record for 10 minutes, upload. Well, it was even longer back then. It was like half-hour videos, and then upload, because there wasn't really much of an algorithm in place. And so he just did that every day
Mm-hmm.
2-3 times a day, even sometimes. And now you look at his content today. He uploads once a day. He doesn't even do gaming anymore. He does commentary. I don't know if you can even call it commentary. He just brings up fucking memes and then fucking laughs at them. That's about it.
What, Butte?
Essentially what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The commentary is fun. Laughing at the world burning is good for a giggle.
Right. Let's continue.
Yes.
Considerable golf, and I think that's what's happened with me and my channel, and most likely you.
Big disagree. We aren't public figures who upload content.
Well, we sort of are, because we're doing that now. This is literally
Well,
we are
we are.
people that are doing what we're doing right now. We are.
I'm talking as an audience member
Oh.
rather than as a content creator currently.
Oh, okay.
But yes, I mean, we obviously do change, but content creators especially have a spotlight on their changes. So when a change is odd, it's highlighted treblefold to how it would in your usual life.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm being harangued by a cat at the moment.
I can hear that.
I'm gonna have to give it treats and a bit of a head pat. I actually have a cat. It's a girl, but not a cat girl. That's a whole different thing on the internet. But it still likes head pats.
Very nice.
There we go.
Oh, and the other
one
thing
that's one
is
for the weirdos out there that will go, oh, cat girl, head pats, whatever. Anyway, moving on. You know who I'm talking to.
One last point. We as audience members, people who leave comments and things like that, they usually don't delete their comments on Mac. That's one thing your audience won't do. However, you have just gone ahead and deleted all your videos for no given reason.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's continue.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it deserves an answer. And the problem is, it's a really big question for me. So, got me 3 parts. Yep, you heard me. 3 parts. You wait a year for a video.
They haven't all come along at once, though. Still going to be another fucking 8 months before you upload the second part. Anyway, point is, 3 parts. Are they all going to be an hour long? I don't want to do another 2 of these.
No.
Right.
And then 3 come along at once. So, the last one is going to be about like the skeptic and anti-SJW community and the characters that reside in it. The second part will be about Kraut and T and that.
Goddamn. Okay, those 2 might actually be good.
I'm looking forward to the second and third parts, to be honest, because they
the
could
third
be
part
amusing.
sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Because he was friends with those people as much as he was friends with us.
Yeah.
Ah, dear.
Whole story, warts and all, partly because it's relevant to the question we're answering, but it's also an important story in general. I mean, it's important to understanding how online mobs work, and frankly, Kraut is a cautionary tale I think everyone should be aware of because it covers.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Very cautionary. Don't try and dox people. Don't go around spreading private information. Don't be a
Don't be yeah, just ugh.
Academics, please respond.
Okay, yeah. Now.
Trouts don't get pregnant. You know, the usual. Very cautionary. Just don't be a fucking idiot and you'll be fine. That's how to not be Kraut.
There's so much stuff, and trust me, I know you think that you're never going to be Kraut, but you have to understand, Kraut
is within all of us. You are all
Kraut. Yes. Everyone has a possibility of being Kraut.
The potential of being. I no.
The reason no one thinks of themselves as being as Kraut is because Kraut is so fucking low. I'm surprised you'd even bring it up.
We need a Kraut impersonator. for the next one.
Do we?
But
Oh,
we
we're
could
gonna bring in
arrange-
our
we-
special weapon,
we could
lethal weapon.
arrange we could arrange a Kraut impersonator. Anyway.
We could arrange that, indeed. Let's continue.
Yeah, please.
Oh, are you gonna
And
play
you don't
video?
need to be the
There we go.
person the drama is focused on in order to just get annihilated by it. So many people got absolutely reamed by that drama who didn't have anything to do with it. They were just kind of adjacent to other people who were kind of involved.
I don't think that's true. I remember all those people shown were part of the server. You had Based Mama.
Yeah.
You have Wizard of Course right there.
Mm-hmm.
You have Battering or Batting. I can't remember his fuck.
There's a few, and most of them just got tired of the nonsense that they sort of got themselves dug into.
Yeah, but I know it's terrible the fact that they just joined that server and got pretty much reamed. But you were one of the last to join,
See, that's,
and you were the first to point out that there was a hit list. So I think you know better than most that even you're lying to us because you're saying these people are essentially not involved. They were just alongside people who were. Despite the fact that these people were all in that server and all knew about the quote-unquote hit list. And probably most of whom had seen the private information of Coach Red Pill, since Kraut was sharing it about.
Oh,
So
all of that nonsense.
you're just lying to us, Kraut. I almost called you Kraut there, because Kraut almost lied as much.
And their channels are dead. And of course, there's all the other people who just disappeared. So, it's one thing that people are owed from Kraut, and it's one thing that they'll never get from Kraut. Because, the ability to be honest and forthright, it just isn't in Kraut's arsenal.
It doesn't seem to be
In his
your
arse. Good cut there. nicely ended that.
I heard Arsenal.
Oh,
You're like half a second behind me. Not even.
It stopped at arse. Excellent.
It's just not in this app. It's just not. But
oh god. Okay.
it might be in your ass soon, was. You never know. Keep an eye out.
Rough.
Oof.
Everything is through the lens of, but my subscribers and my reputation was. My man's in a fucking dream world.
Living in a dream! Cause Lover's life is wrapped in the dream, cause...
Hilarious.
Yeah.
I was dying with laughter right there.
Oh,
I'm on the floor right now.
I am. Me too. You can just hear it in
Oh.
my voice. The hilarity. Anyway. Yeah. So he had some bad experiences with Kraut. Well, that's okay. Everyone had some bad experiences following Kraut, listening to Kraut, and that nonsense.
From what he's just said, he's not angry at Kraut because Kraut destroyed his reputation and the reputations of many others. He's angry because Kraut won't say sorry. I'm glad Kraut doesn't say sorry. You fuckers. You fuckers. Kraut maintains some reputation by not saying sorry to you fucks. You all knew what was happening in that server, and not one of you not one of you decided to speak up about it. And then many of you went on to fuck other things like Based Mama, cough cough.
Oh, that whole fucking conference
We
whatever.
don't need to talk about it.
Yeah, it's a shame. I kind of liked Based Mama at some level. Did I say that out loud? Damn.
Appreciate that trick.
Yeah.
Great
yeah.
insight there.
It's okay. They can't demonetize us. I don't monetize these. I can't monetize these videos. Nobody watches the videos. So it doesn't really matter.
Watches.
We can say what we like. This is the whole
Yeah.
glory of being completely and utterly nobody in particular on the internet.
Unpopular.
Yeah, I don't know about unpopular. I have friends. friend.
Well, yes,
A few.
friend. Yes,
A few.
friend. Let's. I think there's like another couple minutes of this, and then we can just skip
That's
to couple
doesn't
timestamps.
his bit and then skip to what you've got to say, man, because that's
All right.
But that brings us to this video. So what's this video about? This is going to be basically laying the foundation of everything. I'm going to talk about why I started my channel, how I started my channel, and in order to do that, we're going to have to talk about a little event called Gamer Gay.
Okay, I think.
Game of
Yeah,
Games.
no, we can skip this.
God, please.
Right, I had.
Let's sum it
Oh
up.
boy.
You need to Sarkeesian bad, and you need to Sarkeesian terrible. People doing video called the Sarkeesian effect. And
Yep,
some
pretty much.
scary bald looking dude who knows all the shortcuts.
Hold on one
Do you
second.
remember that fucker? I
49.
know all the keyboard shortcuts. Anyway.
No, I don't. What was that?
You know the I can't remember his name now, straight off the top of my head. The scary looking bald dude that looks a bit like he's creepy as fuck. Was part
Oh,
of
was that during the Sarkeesian?
the Sarkeesian effect.
Sarkeesian.
He was the editor, and he got the job being the editor because he knew all the keyboard shortcuts to Adobe Premiere. Then proceeded to rob loads of money. Yeah, that was basically it. He actually said, "I'll find it at some point." You know, he was like, "I know all the keyboard shortcuts." I nearly fucking died.
Fuck hell. Right. We have a timestamp here. I can't remember what this timestamp is, but I'm sure it's useful.
He had based on my perception of the things that he said and did, which, by the way, is a trap I see people fall into all the fucking time. I mean, Louis Leval did an epic one when he made himself look like a complete fucking idiot in his conversation with Mr. Metica, fucking assuming that he has some deep insight into Metica's personal philosophy or politics because he watched him shit on a few furries.
The thing is, Jim, is that I know that based on watching your channel, I've been following you for a while. You don't know who I am, but I've been following you for a while, and I like your channel. I like your shit. You know, I like what you do. But the thing is that I know that ultimately, like, in terms of your beliefs, you really don't. They're really in alignment with Sark.
Okay, so I'll do a little bit of talking about this, but
Did you just say Jim was really in alignment with Sargon? Damn.
Yes, Jim, as far as I'm aware, as far as his politics were pre was it 2018, like early 2018, late 2017?
Maybe.
When was the blood sports shit?
Oh, that was all last year. Blood sports.
That was last year. Yeah.
Something blood sports was cancer.
Pretty much the crowd stuff. This was true, as far as I'm aware. As far as I'm aware, Metica was individualist.
Yeah.
You know,
Jim has always been about pointing out people's shit and laughing at the world burning, as far as I can tell. I'm not a massive fan of Mr. Metica, but he was someone, or still is, I guess, someone to call out where he sees someone stink and going, you know, sorry dude, your shit stinks, and this is why. And he still kind of does that, as far as I can tell. He's been calling out anyone on that shit. He's welcome to his opinion.
Yeah.
His shit stinks too, though. With his
absolutely, but oh no, dude, you should go back to some of his Metica days. Like, there once was a website just called Metica.
Yeah.
And he did some fucking dark shit on there. We're talking.
Yikes. I mean, this is guys. It was originally, what was it? The Internet Aristocrat. Was his original
Internet
name?
Aristocrat.
Yeah.
No. He was Jim81 Jim. Then Games Good Me Bad. Then Internet Aristocrat, and then Mr. Metica. I know I've left a couple out there, but those were kind of his four most popular channels that he's done on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's always defended, like, he was in Gamergate, and he would talk about nothing except ethics in games journalism and consumers' rights. Those were his, like, two key points. and he would dunk on feminists as well, and
Well,
on Tumblr and all that shit.
ethics in journalism in general is something something that could do with being improved this day in this day and age. I would think we can all agree on that one. But yeah,
Oh yeah, no, it shouldn't have been ethics in game journalism. It should just been ethics in journalism.
Yeah.
That would have fucking that would have sped up the process a bit. Let's
We-
not even lie.
we're still dealing with that one right now.
Yep.
Literally today. BBC. Panorama. Well, that's us being kicked off anyway. Will never
Yep.
work again.
In
That's
terms
what
of your
makes
Right. But anyway, that's
Yeah, push on.
Finish.
me a liberal.
philosophy.
That would mean conservatives don't believe in it, right?
you're being ridiculously obtuse.
I'm not
That's-
being obtuse. You're the
Yeah.
one that gave the example. I'm
I-
asking and
yeah.
following up. Do you mean that conservatives don't believe in property rights?
I just said no. They obviously do.
So then how do you know I'm a liberal that lines up with Sargon?
I'm. s-
I call that a slam dunk. That's a swish. That's from fucking half.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
That's half court, buddy. You can hear it. It's on the clock.
In terms of your philosophy, you do believe it very similar to his in terms of what you believe. You're against collectivism, are you not?
right.
I mean, Louis, for fuck's sake, how many liberals do you know that go around quoting O'Sullivan's Law?
Right. This is just this entire 25 seconds is a gross misunderstanding of the word liberal and what it meant.
Yeah. The thing is,
Between obviously the main focus here will be Wozlee. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, the thing is, this is also a problem where you've got Americans terming liberal, and where we have Sargon who sits as a liberal in England. The terms do tend to differ slightly, but yeah, I don't know. I tend to agree that that Louis was incorrect in his assumptions on this particular situation, but either way.
Well, having seen the full stream, I remember thinking at the time that it was essentially just a misunderstanding of political value.
Yeah.
And political label. Those were one would make a claim that would technically be correct, but the other would perceive wrong, say something that was technically correct, but I knew the other would perceive wrong as well. So it was talking past each other, a lot of that. But Wozlee goes ahead and gives one hell of a hot take.
Well, let's hear it. Let's hear this hot take. Let's go on. Do it.
How many liberals you see quoting O'Sullivan's first law? So, because that's something that Metica does quite often.
Which
That
just reminds me,
organizations-
for me and the viewer.
Yep. I literally was just about to read it out.
Go for it.
All organizations that are not actually right wing will over time become left wing. You recognize that law?
I've heard it. I don't know if I totally agree with it.
Well, it's one thing that Metica agrees quite a lot.
Fair
But-
enough.
I know liberals that do quote this as a positive rather than as a negative. Yes, I know.
See, I'm someone
No.
that sits there and kind of hates the whole left wing, right wing thing because that whole fucking thing changes over time anyway. It used to be a thing that right wing just basically meant you sided with the freaking king or queen, and left wing basically meant you were a Republican. Yeah, believe it or not, that's how it started off in France. So, yeah, tell me again how these things don't change, in their own definition.
Indeed.
So-
Anyway, point is, yeah, it's just a misrepresentation of things. as they are. So thanks for that, was. And then we may as well just skip. I think it's about on the hour mark. Yes, that's an entire hour of this bullshit.
Yeah, hour of driveling
If
on
anyone
about
can't see.
Gamergate. Like I said, I got about 3/4 of the way through this bit, and it was just like, no, I'm out. I need to sleep. In fact, yeah, that was it. Passed out. Best night's sleep I've had in ages. Thanks, Was. If you're watching this, thank you. I needed it.
You don't make. You do give a good night's sleep. Thanks, was. Appreciate him. Right. And boop.
Other than a bunch of fucking idiots freaking out about literally nothing. What you have here is the person whose video started Gamergate, the person who crystallized the entire fucking narrative, the person who more than anyone else defined the mood or fucking, I don't know, ethos of that entire thing, literally laughing at the idea that it was about ethics, even though he was one of the people selling the ethics angle to whip up an angry mob.
This isn't a sign of things changing. That's just a sign that Metaca's a troll.
Yeah, that's a yes. Metacore definitely. Like I said, he likes to fucking wind people up and
He
call
was
out their shit.
self-aware when he did it, and he knew at the time that he was being a bit of fucking cringe lord, and that he was playing an angle for certain to feed a narrative, because it was a narrative he agreed with.
Yeah.
It was an angle he agreed with, but he tried to take it to the next level to essentially push the narrative forward. I'm not sure what the end goal was. I daren't even ask.
I don't know what Jim's end goal is. I think Jim's end goal. I hope Jim's end goal is to have fun.
Yes,
because that seems to be what he's doing.
his current. That is his current. But I mean, during Gamergate, from the little I know through Internet Aristocrats re-uploads,
Yeah.
and from his streams that he did back in the day, and yeah, I don't know what his end goal was back at the time, but I know what the end result has been, and it's been YouTubers like Was coming to prominence, being useful, I guess, having good content, and then coming back, being Was and Crow, and just generally god awful, useless content creators that don't put out anything meaningful like this. This is just an hour of garbage recap of Gamergate with a left-wing view, and how regretful he is. But
My reputation.
my reputation. Yeah. I don't even. I can't how to continue that. It hurts. It hurts the fact that you went from being one of our favorite YouTubers here, from the Cabal, from Oozloo's Discord, to this absolute fucking mess of a human.
An angle that he clearly never fucking believed. And this is incredibly helpful, because there's a growing desire from certain people with big beards and even bigger waistlines to push the idea of what many people are calling Gamergate 2.0.
Ooh, was that a sick burn on Sargon?
I think that might have been
big
because
beard and a bigger waistline.
because
Ooh.
yeah, that does cover Sargon quite nicely. That yes. I mean, there's more to Sargon than just beard and waistline, but damn, he's getting a waistline on him.
Yeah. But we all know Was, being the lanky kid he is, he has no waistline, does he?
I don't know. I don't know what Was looks like.
Oh, I remember him just. I can't remember how he described himself. I think it was something along the line of morbidly obese. Something to that degree. I could be wrong. I played a lot of games of PUBG, and he said a lot of stuff, but I remember him not describing himself as lanky. I don't know. I say I don't know. What I mean is, I know that he's not skinny to any degree.
I don't like to mock people for what size and shape they are. I think
Well,
that's,
give as good as you can take.
I think from someone in my position, I think it's just mean and unkind to mock people on their looks and size and shape and stuff.
Oh, I'm a fat fuck, but then I don't go around mocking other fat fucks, except when they mock other fat fucks.
Huh. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I guess. I think.
I'm a dude disguised as a dude playing another dude.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how that came
that's
across.
the level
Definitely.
of logic I'm going on. You don't understand. It's 4D underwater chess.
Right.
200 IQ. You won't understand. You're not fat.
0.0.
No.
Now, we're going to correct the record on why certain people would have an interest in doing that in a video after the next one, and why nobody wants any fucking part of it. But on the off chance that doesn't hold, and people do start buying into the bullshit of, oh, we need to redeem Gamergate to prove it was about ethics and shit. Isn't it great to have the guy who popularized that crap literally laughing about the assertion that that is what it was about? Like, the mere mention of ethics makes him fucking laugh. I'd say that's kind of useful. And just to be clear, these are just 3 things that I observed over time that I don't see other people talk about. If you really wanted to do the extended edition of all the ways Gamergate was a mistake, you'd need a full run on HP.
Right.
He just
I
said
don't
Gamergate
care
was a
what the
whole
guy-
mistake in general. I mean, it just so
Yes.
it wasn't. I mean, it was a bit retarded at times.
Yeah, he states earlier in the video as well.
Christ.
that he is now saying essentially that, well, the guy who started it is now laughing at it.
Oh yeah, Jim laughs at everything.
Yeah, but I'm certain, I can't think of anyone right now. I'm certain there's probably someone who founded or co-founded a company that eventually left that company and then hated what that company did. Like, the owners of YouTube would be a good example.
Big oof.
Yeah, but just, I don't care what the person who started it thinks. I'm kind of more on board with the people who are currently running the op. You know? I don't give a shit if Metaco just said, oh, Gamergate was a complete fucking mistake. I wish I'd never done it. I wish ethics in game journalism was more corrupt than it was then. I literally could not give more of a shit.
I mean, to be fair, it is. It's even more corrupt now than it was then. But you know,
It is, but at the same time, I don't care what Jim says, is the point. I don't care
Fair.
what anyone who origins anything has anything to say. I just don't give a shit. I think that's something that the other Gamergaters also hold, is they don't give a shit what the originator has to say. Especially after he went after most of them. Anyway, continue. Haha, you'd have to have
But
a
like I
whole
said,
rap
this isn't
on
really a video
HBO.
about Gamergate. This is about answering that question, what happened to you? Because my response to that would be,
I can't pause it. He takes an hour and 3 minutes.
to say this isn't about the thing that I just talked about for an hour.
He takes an hour and 3 minutes to answer the question, Trig. He says, actually, I haven't changed at all. But if you haven't changed at all, why do you take an hour and 3 fucking minutes to explain?
Yeah.
I know you were just... And you don't even describe what you did during Gamergate, or how you felt during Gamergate. You kind of explain why you started it, and why you disagreed with the Sarkeesian effect and Sargon at certain points. Other than that, it doesn't show us anything to do with, well, your videos past 2015, so your 2016 and 2017 videos, or some of your 2018 videos. Doesn't tell us really why you stopped uploading for a year. Doesn't tell you why you've gone left wing. You haven't actually fucking told us anything.
So what you're saying is I bored myself into unconsciousness yesterday watching a video
Yeah.
that by the end of it he said that's not why I did it anyway. Man. Dude. God damn.
Like, damn, I've seen some of Mulder's like full series, but at least Mulder actually fucking says shit. He might take 7 hours to say something, but at least he does say something. At least like once every 20 minutes. Damn, dude, this is atrocious. Anyway, since you finally answered the question, nothing. Fucking nothing, dick.
I still have a soft spot for dark humor and fucked up jokes, but I've come to realize that the vast majority of people on the internet who would claim the same are fucking idiots.
My big brain.
But my
Oh
line.
fuck, my internet keeps fucking up. Anyway, point of the matter is, who gives a fuck if the other people are idiots? Uh-oh, my internet connection's fucked. Chrome, you okay with that file? Right, am I back?
I think you're back. You seem to be there.
Right, cool. Anyway, are you fucking cooking?
I'm making a quick snack. I have Bluetooth
I
headphones. I
didn't
can
hear that, but
multitask.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I've lost where I was now.
God damn it, dude.
Oh dear. I lose track of fucking thought very easily. Oh yes, right. Just because other people who like what you like are dumb fucking idiots doesn't mean that you have to not like that thing. Like, that's... How can you be so unself-aware? How can you be so socially fucked?
I mean, it's not like he's wrong. I mean, we've all been into, you know, a server or two and gone, oh my god, 99% of the people in here are retarded. But here are a couple of
That doesn't
interesting
mean you-
people that I'm going to hang out with from it that aren't retarded, who are also looking in horror going, oh my god, all they talk about is Warhammer 40k, etc.
Right, okay. Here's a good example of what might happen. I really like Warhammer. I go into a Warhammer 40k. I don't know, someone's being really fucking autistic at me. I'm like, wow, I don't like this guy. I go through everyone in the server and everyone there I fucking hate. I'm not gonna stop liking Warhammer 40k. It's not how that fucking works. And if you
That's fair.
stop those people from enjoying 40k, then you're just going to be on your own as a fucking loner. If you want to stop enjoying 40k, you have to find a reason to actually stop enjoying 40k, rather than just looking at the people around so-and-so topic and deciding that's more enough of a factor that you just want to disassociate with those people. It's... I want to say irresponsible, but certainly not very self-reflective. Anyway.
Always been when you suspect the joke is real or becoming real. If someone jokes, what do you tell a woman with two black eyes? Nothing, you've already told her twice. Regardless of whether or not you think that's funny, you stop treating it as a joke when you see the person's wife or girlfriend show up with bruises on their face. Because at that point, you know it's not a joke.
Right. Okay, that's hard. Because if they say that joke and I laugh, and then the wife comes around the corner and he tells that joke again, while she's got fucking bruises all over her, I will probably still laugh, but call the police
I was going to say,
very quickly.
Context
Like-
matters, doesn't it? As is
Yeah.
what we're saying here. And yeah, there's a difference between a joke and someone that's
I will laugh to not set the person off, and then I will be calling the police just...
Oh, I might just beat the shit
Just
out of
in
that
case.
person right there and then, and make sure he understands.
Yeah. But I didn't... How do you know a person is gonna be fucked until after it happens, you know?
Well, you make an interesting point there, and I actually,
Okay.
on this particular point, I do understand where he's coming from. There are a lot of edgy jokes out there. There are a lot of people saying some fucked up stuff that sometimes you start to wonder, holy fucking shit, are they actually serious? That's fair. It's the internet. The internet is full of people that are always taking things a bit further, and you don't know how many psychos there actually are out there. But
You're better off assuming the best rather than the worst.
yeah, I also think you're better off not tarring absolutely everybody within a community with the actions of, and the fucked upness of a couple of people who may be actually fucked up in that community. I'm sure there are
Indeed.
some fairly unpleasant people, and I'm sure there are some people that tell that joke that have hit their girlfriend. Um,
Sure, there are many more who don't.
yeah.
In fact, I would outright say that's probably a majority. Anyway, let's.
It's not coming from a place of satire or fun. It's coming from a place of sadism. I don't want to hear.
Then again, as he
Oh,
points out,
okay.
sadism. Sometimes that might be two consenting people enjoying, a bit of interesting fun, and a bruise has occurred because of it. And I'm not one to judge anyone for any particular kinks they may have.
Indeed. You don't know.
No.
And also, how do you know it's still not from a position of satire? That's the point of it being satire.
Mhm.
That's the point of it being a joke. Just because you say, well, he actually did it, therefore it's not a joke, doesn't make it not a joke. It just means he actually did it. It's like when someone tells you about a crime they did. Let's say there's a joke about a robbery. Just because there's a joke about a robbery doesn't mean the joke isn't funny. But the fact that they actually did the robbery also still doesn't make it not a joke. If that made sense.
I guess.
Everything that made sense.
I guess.
I think I got my point across. The joke stands on its own two legs as a joke. The person responsible for doing an action is responsible for doing an action. You can separate it.
Yes.
It's like separating a person's ideas from what a person does.
Yes.
Right. Let's continue.
Yeah, Michael Vick tell a joke about animal abuse. I don't want to hear a fucking rape joke from Bill Cosby.
I do. That shit sounds funny. Like, here's an even better point. Who better to tell these jokes than people who have actually fucking done it?
Ooh, okay.
They've got nothing better They've got nothing better to say, so it may as well be something funny.
Whew.
Was that a bit spicy?
I don't know. Bill Cosby telling rape jokes might. Okay, it's clearly funny. I'm laughing my ass off, but can I just say this channel does not condone in any way, shape, or form rape or any other crime that may be committed by somebody, even if they do tell funny jokes about it. Anyway, moving on.
Let's continue.
And I ain't trying to hear fucking jokes about black or Jewish people from the likes of Richard Spencer and Mike fucking Enoch. And more broadly, people who are cool with them.
Why not? You say that it's because it's not actually a joke. You actually think when Richard Spencer says, gassed the kikes, that he's actually going to gas the kikes?
Really?
Do you think he will?
It's Richard Spencer. I don't know. He also said traps are the spice of life.
Richard Spencer's a fucking cuck. Pro traps, like. No, he wasn't pro traps. He was pro.
No, he definitely said stuff about them being the spice. Yeah, no, whatever.
No, he was pro anime. That was it. He's a fucking weeb. It's even worse.
Look, whatever
Point
people
is-
get up to in their own bedroom, as long as it's within consenting adults, I really don't have an opinion on that, unless they're furries, in which case they should.
When someone says gas the kikes jokingly,
Mhm.
it's jokingly. It's there. It's in the fucking thing. The only time
Look.
gassing kikes
Oh
isn't
God,
funny.
Jesus,
but
dude.
it's
Right,
actually
okay,
done.
just on this particular one, can you find something else to say? Because Dank is
Anyway.
facing crimes and fucking
Dude,
fines for that shit.
I am quoting
Uh-huh.
Richard Spencer.
Okay.
I will link the article down below. Point is, but no matter how you say it jokingly, it's a joke. The only time it won't be a joke is when it's actually done. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Continue. If it ever loads.
And when, over time, it looks more and more like the people around me in that space either don't seem to understand the distinction or are incapable of telling the difference, another question starts to become more and more prominent. That question being, if you do nothing to differentiate yourself from the fucked up shit you see all around you, why the fuck should anyone else?
But there is quite a clear difference. Why the fuck should I?
Huh?
You're looking very angry there, Was.
It's good.
I don't know. He said, if you don't take the time to differentiate yourself from the shit you see around you, then why should anyone else? Well,
So guilt by association, etc.
yes. What? You are basically Kraut to me. You don't differentiate yourself from Kraut, so therefore you're practically the same person. I'm sorry.
Oh, but we haven't seen his second video. You might.
These second and third videos better be good.
They better
When
be.
people say to you, hey, you know, you can only say Nazi shit so many times before you just start to look like a Nazi. If your response to that is to go on a march with literal Nazis where you remark about how surprised you are at the lack of swastikas and how you thought there would be more, by what fucking logic do you then take issue with people suggesting that you kinda look like a fucking...
Oh no, sorry, that's kind of funny actually. Going to a Richard Spencer rally and going, there's not enough swastikas here. I thought there'd be more. That's quite a quality comment, to be honest. I would find that funny. Hashtag not a Nazi. Yeah, what can I say? I don't know.
Right, I'm back. Anyway, point is,
Cool.
How was I? What was the point you just made? Sorry.
I was just saying that
Alright.
that was his comment of going to a Richard Spencer rally and commenting that there weren't enough swastikas about. You thought there'd be more. Was is actually probably quite a funny comment to make, but
Yes.
anyway, yeah.
Maybe the reason you're going, hey, shouldn't there be swastikas here, is because you've already called them Nazis. Like, it's like being told, here's a bar, and you walk in, and there's no chairs, and there's no scissors or razors or anything. And you go, huh, for a barber shop, I would have thought there'd been chairs and razors.
Well, yeah. I don't know if that's exactly the point he's making.
Well, I'm unsure of the point he's making. Is he making that point, or is he saying?
I think he's
that
trying to point out that he suddenly found himself amongst a whole bunch of people that he's now kind of associating with the National Socialist Workers Union of Germany.
I don't think so.
But
I don't think that was the point at all. I think he was making a point about people who go, hey, at this alt-right march, surely there should have been more swastikas. I think he means that almost literally. That people who were like wondering why there weren't enough swastikas there, or wondering why there weren't any swastikas there.
well, look, it's Richard Spencer. Richard Spencer was quite alt-right, and in no way, shape,
Yeah,
or form.
but
am
I don't think
defending
it was
that guy.
Richard Spencer. I don't think it was Richard Spencer who went, why aren't there any swastikas?
No, but
I'm
if Tim
pretty sure
Paul
it was
if Tim Paul
Sargon.
turns out there, or Sargon or whoever, and they actually turn up there because they're actually making
Oh, no.
a video or covering that story,
Did he say turn up?
Yeah, turn
Did-
up too.
Oh, if you turn up and ask why there's not enough swastikas, yeah, that makes more sense. Or if you're just a fucking troll.
Yeah, this is it. We are,
Like,
as I said, this is the internet. There are 1 or 2 trolls on the internet. There always have been.
I didn't hear him actually say turn up.
I think he said turn up.
If he did, then yes, that makes more sense. And yes, fine, that person probably is looking for swastikas unironically. He's probably literally wanting a swastika or something like that. But if you're just talking about someone who comments, "Hey, there aren't many swastikas in here," then fair enough. You're wrong.
Nazi, which would be fine if you're a Nazi. But if you're not a Nazi, doing everything in your power to look like one is really fucking stupid. And it was this that made me constantly test the waters, and every time I did, I noticed a comment.
Okay. Yeah, it's stupid because it tricks dumbasses like you into thinking they're Nazis. And that's kind of the attention they want. So if you stop falling for it, people will stop doing it. Heavy typing there, Trig.
Sorry, I'm commenting to some of our. We actually have people watching, commenting in
Really?
chat. Yeah.
Damn,
Mm.
that's something.
It is. It's a whole thing.
Whoa, six whole people.
6 people watching. Woohoo!
Hey, Wozlee's watching. I did invite him, but he didn't reply because he's a.
Hey, if he wants to join, he can. If he pops into server, we can drag him into the room. That's not a problem.
If he's still around. Yeah, sure. I don't see why not. Anyway, where were we? Right. Shall we finish this off?
Yeah,
Okay.
by all means.
An excuse people would throw up. You'd hear the same shit again and again. Oh, but the left are the real threat because blah 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 blah. Free speech, blah 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 blah. Universities, which is why we have to annihilate everything that's even remotely considered left wing. Do nothing but defend and empower the right, regardless of how batshit insane and extreme they're.
What?
That wasn't the objective of any of these
Oh
things.
god, talk about fucking
objective
jumping the
of-
shark was, yeah.
Yeah, the point of the free speech rallies was to allow free speech.
Yes.
The point of the university banning left-wing positions was to try and create a centrist and think for themselves rather than be indoctrinated.
He's
These
totally missing the point there. This is it. It's
Yes. These are points he already knew about. I'm pretty sure he was in one of the discussions with Sargon.
It's not crushing the
About-
left. It's getting the left to relinquish the fucking control on everything and to actually allow people to turn up and speak at universities. Because this whole fucking Antifa throwing bricks through people's windows and setting fire to every bin that they can lay their hands on every time some fucking ponce like Milo turns up to speak to people in a lame dress. I mean, they throw shit fits about anybody. They're attacking newscasters in America, and what was it? Tucker Carlson's home and shit. There is clearly a fucking problem with the fucking left. Yeah, we're not trying to empower right-wing fascist movements. We're just trying to allow people to have freedom of fucking speech. A basic, standard, liberal, goddamn principle. Applying a little bit of skepticism to the fucking bullshit that people say. Yes, my skeptic community, I actually use the word. But fucking Christ. Anyway,
Yep.
sorry. Carry
Missed
on.
the mark by a little bit.
Bullshit kiss. And then, when that left-wing platform has been ground into dust, I assume will be the point where the classical liberals will imitate the actions of the tiger as their fat, retarded asses get booted into the gas chambers because they tried to claim that they were part black or Jewish in an effort to not be demonetized for their.
A slight dig at Sargon again.
I don't think that's why they did it. Lots. I think they did it because it's true. Or at least, I think it was more brownie points against the left rather than against the right. But anyway,
So don't care. Political spectrum nonsense is all nonsense.
I don't think Sargon's gonna allow for fascism. I get the feeling he won't be pro that. I get the feeling he's sending the alt-right, fucking gay interracial porn and
Oh,
calling them the
That-
N-word.
that was a funny night on Twitter.
That was indeed. Was in it. Right.
They're bullshit.
I made that pun once.
But I also got another line of bullshit, which was, oh, I would criticize the right, but it just never seems to come up, which is a different thing. The idea that you have to go out of your way to platform, promote, and defend Nazis as they attempt to tear down everything you claim to value is a brand of insanity that you can't really reason with because it
The right doesn't have power over anything. Like, I guess the presidency? Consider Trump right wing? And the Senate?
Trump is the most freaking classical liberal right winger I've ever seen. The guy has boosted jobs and opportunities in America for
Yep.
every ethnic group. He has put more women in Congress than any president before. It just boggles the mind they call Trump right wing. But my wall,
Yeah.
etc.
I would he's more centrist than anything.
Imagine wanting border security.
But apparently Trump is taking away rights. The only thing
What?
that I can think
How?
Yeah, I know. The only rights I can actually think of is that there is a bill, apparently it's kind of bad, that's pretty much anti-gay and anti-trans. I can't remember what exactly
Is this
what
the
it does.
no trannies in the army thing that's going off?
No. Mental ill people don't deserve to be in the army anyway. But no, I mean this affects actual trans and gays all across the country in America. I can't remember the name of the bill, but what's his name?
With it?
Sitch PSA or whatever his fucking name is did quite a good video about it.
Okay,
Recommend checking it out.
I will have a look. Sure.
wise fucking reason. Like, the only way to deal with that is just constantly push back every time you hear the bullshit. You can't really do anything with it. But the idea that people would criticize this shit if it ever came up, that if it was ever put on the table, they would address it, and the only reason they didn't is because it hasn't been properly tabled? Yeah, we can put that to the test. You can force that shit to happen. And if you do, one way or another, people are gonna get forced into a position. Once we do that shit, the days of, oh no, we're just fellow travelers. Yeah.
I don't know what he means by this. You have any idea, Trig?
I don't know, but to be honest, I would actually like to see a right-wing YouTuber actually survive on YouTube long enough for someone to actually fucking be able to address them, because they get kicked off so goddamn quickly. It's untrue.
Yeah, it's hard to address a right-winger's point when they can't speak, when they get, their bank accounts closed, their Twitter, YouTube, and all other social media closed, kind of getting harder to address.
Yeah, you can't address them. They get yeeted almost instantly.
Surprised we're still up, to be honest.
Because I reckon we've got about 20, maybe 40 friends IRL, and we get about somewhere between 20 and 30 people actually watch it. I don't think YouTube have noticed us yet.
No, we got a few hundred views
on one or two, yes. When I stuck Sargon's name brutally in lots of tags and all over the name of it.
Put any tags in this one?
I think I put was his name in there, which will get us about 10 people.
Very nice. Right.
Oh my god, we've gone on longer than Woz has.
That shit is done. If you can force people to take a definitive stance on this shit one way or another, then at least you know where you stand and you can act accordingly. Which is why when another YouTuber called Crow and T approached me about joining a Discord server going after the alt-right, I was like...
Right, so, okay, its point kind of rounded itself. So, if you force people into a position going one way or the other, and then you offer them the choice to go one way or the other, they're going to say yes. It's either going to be communists or far right. So, what you're essentially saying was...
There are no centrists.
Yeah. Centrists will always be forced to an extreme. And I disagree. I think that's one. That just tells me that you've been bench sitting for like 4 years, and that your YouTube career meant nothing because you were just bench sitting until this point. No wonder you deleted your videos. They meant nothing, I guess, because you didn't actually have any positions.
So his position was, oh no, no one's addressing the people. So he didn't actually have the fucking cojones to go out there and sit there as a centre left going after the right wingers. It wasn't that he was, actually angry at people like Anita Sarkeesian, etc., and all of the fucking games journalism bullshit. It was just.
No, he waited till the alt-right became prominent.
Hmm.
And now all of a
Maybe. I
sudden
don't know
the
if we're
right
jumping
wing's
to
a
conclusion
problem.
there, but. Yeah.
No, he's complaining about people not going after right wingers when he himself would go after right wingers until about last year, and then he went after like no bullshit. Lauren Southern. I think Black Pigeon speaks. I don't know if he's right wing though. I don't watch him.
Black Pigeon Speaks does very well put together content. Black Pigeon Speaks. I wouldn't. I would actually say yes, potentially right wing, but not National Socialism right wing. He's actually sort of free market economy.
Oh no, I don't think any of those three were.
I think
Those
defining right wing on this particular case is actually a difficult one because everyone seems to think that National Socialism is a right wing philosophy. It's actually not. It's
Right.
fairly centrist. Actually, to be honest, it's just very authoritarian with an
Yes.
extreme racist and nationalist bent to it. But it's free market economy, zero governmental control. Is where the right wing actually tends to sit. It's much more. The right wing tends to be much more of a libertarian kind of thing, and is actually nowhere near as evil as people seem to think it is. But anyway.
Anyway, the point is, he was waited. He found an excuse to go left wing.
Yes.
And it was the alt-right is prominent and people are defending the alt-right like Sargon. That's all I've got from this, which just tells me everything prior to 2018 was useless.
Fucking finally.
Because I knew one way or another this was gonna start some shit. What I didn't know was how much shit and how many varieties was going to be started. And we're talking about a shit show that in many ways is still going on to this fucking day. I accepted an invite to that server in September 2017. So, for anyone who gives a shit, feel free to join me for part 2.
And remember,
Good old Big Man Taro.
Hmm.
That's how the video finishes. I suppose I may well join for part 2 and part 3.
I think so.
If they have as much content within them as this one does. And this one was 45 minutes of trash. So, well, nearly an hour of trash, actually. What? We went to 6 minutes,
Yeah.
and then like 2 minutes in here. Yeah, it's literally about an hour of trash.
Yeah.
It's just game.
Um.
Thanks for that, was. Right, I think that's about it. I think the links that I gave you, we can probably just skip over those.
Oh, 'cause
Assuming
most of them. Yeah. I mean, this is it. We had was in our server. We played PUBG with him. We had some good games. There was some good chats. He wasn't particularly just one of the guys basically, and then just suddenly shot to bed, cut all conversation. I think I don't know what he did with Discord. I think his experiences with Kraut or whatever, but I think what we'll do is after the next video he puts out, let's have a few conversations with some more people that knew him, and put a bit more together about this because we do know some mutual friends of Woz's or acquaintances rather, and take it from there. But it's been fun.
Yep. I think we've had a good laugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah,
So-
we're all done.
So shall we wrap this up? Okay. Well, thank you everyone that's had the patience to sit here and watch it with us.
There's any
And
comments?
we've had some comments. We've had some people telling us to stop it, and generally, yeah, wasn't he comment and etc.
Very good.
And yeah, I think we've had fun, and yeah. So thanks everyone. We'll be doing a few more streams. Stream is going to be back up and running. I don't know if it's going to be twice a week, or 3 times a week, or daily, or once a week, or whatever. We'll work it out. But yeah, we're going to be back and having more laughs at the world and generally the general state of everything, and just there we go. We're going to transition it and leave it with the boomer picture of me. Look, not a fat fuck. There we go. Right, cheers everyone. I'll see you all soon. Take care.